Hello, Z's, Mond Life, Relationships, Part 3, Long Term. Right, okay. What else can we do to maintain a long term relationship? Again, it's hard work. Don't take the other person for granted, okay? This is the person you're spending your life with. You don't have to be fawning all over him, telling him you love him every 5 minutes, right? That's not how it works. We're talking about the real world here, okay? You tell When you tell them you love them, do it sparingly, but they know that you mean it. Okay, right? That's tip. That's tip number one, right? That's up there with some of the things you should be doing. Okay. The other thing is try and maintain yourself a little bit. Okay. The person that you've entered into a contract with someone, right? And they don't want to be turning around in 3 years' time and sending the goods back and saying these goods are faulty. They, I'd never get another Mond again because he's gone to absolute shit. You know what I mean? He's felt the bits. He's all fat and just like he's not trying. Okay, right? So try and maintain the person that you were when you both fell in love. You know what I mean? Now I know it's hard. I know it is hard, and everybody can get a little bit comfortable. Okay, but you've got to, just for the other person who has to look at you all day. Okay, try and yeah, and I know we all get older. I know we all get a little bit uglier. Okay, but I've got hairs growing out my ears, right? I rip them out. Nobody wants to see that shit. Same out my nose. They're getting ripped out. My eyebrows are getting plucked. Okay? I'm showering every day. I'm brushing my teeth. This is the bare minimum stuff that you can be doing. Brush your teeth. Moisturize. Put a bit of spray on. Okay? Don't. I say don't get fat. And I don't mean. I just mean that personally. Okay? If that's what you're into, it's absolutely fine. If the other person doesn't mind that, as long as you agree and you're compatible. So if you say, look, listen, I'm thinking about putting 8 stone on. What do you think? And the other person says, do you know what? Me too. Let's both put 8 stone on and we love food and let's be happy. All right. And we'll still roll around, man. The bigger the better, the more cushion for the pushing. So let's get into it. Brilliant. But don't just do it without the other person's permission, almost, you know. Um, and again, if the other person is kind of letting themselves go, you don't. There's ways to handle these things. Everybody's got issues. Everybody's, life again. It's tough, isn't it? Right? They might be having a hard time at work. They might be comfort eating. They might be drinking too much. But you've got to say, look, I know it might be superficial or whatever, but it's starting to affect me in the way I'm starting to view you in a little bit, and I don't want that to kind of happen. So, and the other person hopefully will react maturely. You know, you've got to be compatible in both ways. Me personally, you've both got to be grown ups about it and mature. Okay, some of these conversations are not easy to have. They're not easy to have. Okay, if you're both fucking radgy and mad as hatters, but you both get on and you're going to shout at each other, but you love each other, and that's the kind of relationship you want. Fair play to you, crack on, right? But but for me, I don't like the volatility. Again, you're settling in. You're looking ahead, 50 years. We're really going to be screaming at each other for 50 years. No, you've got resentment can build up. Don't allow resentment to build up. And whether it's because that lazy bastard's not doing nought round the house, okay, that's resentment getting built up. Don't you be the one that lets resentment get built up. Do your bit round the house, okay? Do your bit maintaining yourself, okay? And I know women are brilliant at this. They're constantly shaving and plucking and keeping themselves looking good, makeup and all that kind of stuff, and they're doing their part most of the time. Blokes you should be doing your part as well. And you don't have to go overboard, but be looking smart. When you're going out, be sort of half presentable. Don't be an embarrassment that people are embarrassed to be out seen with. But again, I've found women are the most understanding, wonderful people as long as you put a little bit of effort in, as long as you don't completely give up, and whether that's just talking to them for 5 minutes, and that's all you have to do. It's only 5 minutes a day talking, and then you don't have to say nothing else, Again, they'll do most of the talking. You have to agree. If they're talking about extensions and bifold doors and wax melts and serial killers, because all women love serial killers for some strange reason, okay, then yeah, like, you get interested in that a little bit. You don't have to be fawning over different smells of wax melts, but if one gets waved under your nose, give it a smell and just say, hey, yeah, that'd be good, that smells nice, that, right? Don't ever make too many suggestions, okay, about where the wax melt should go, because they'll decide that, and in what room it should be in, okay? If they say, which clothes should I wear? You say, they all look good then. Never make a decision about clothes, okay? I've made that mistake before, where I've said that one makes you look like I actually said cow, because it was like a polka dot thing, and I think it was a pair of pajamas or something, but it was like a cow costume, but obviously as soon as I'd said it, like, all sorts of, it was, I tried to roll back on it, but the damage was done, so that kind of stuff you need to be careful of. That's all you have to do. It's a piece of piss. It's easy. Just be nice, and if you're tired and ratty, don't say no. Just say, I'm a bit tired. It's okay to be like a bit brooding and a bit moody and stuff like that, because, women will think, oh, what's he thinking about? And it's good to get them thinking a little bit, you know what I mean? I mean, we know we're thinking about piss all, like, we're not asked, are we? But, it's good to keep them guessing a little bit as to, like, oh, what's he thinking about? And, why is he being all, like, quiet and mysterious or whatever? They love a bit of that. So, like I say, most of the time you don't even have to say no. I used to think that you used to constantly have to be saying interesting things. This is just in general conversation. You have to be saying interesting things all the time, and you have to be witty and funny all the time, and otherwise, like, you weren't worth talking to. And then I realised that you don't even have to say anything interesting. You don't even. 99% of conversation is just say simple, stupid things. So yeah, just keep doing stuff like that, and it'll be all gravy. Okay, that's the end of part 3. Bye.